Hey there, YouTube. Cheers. Drinking a little water. Cold water. It is Thursday, June 20th, almost 11:30 at night, almost June 21st. Not sure when I'm going to get to post this. Excuse me, a little gassy today. I was originally going to do a recent vinyl finds with a stack of 45 promo 45s that I've gotten here recently from Discogs in the last, I don't know, week or two from some orders, but there's such a glare in here. I didn't feel like going upstairs or someplace else, so I'll just show. These are some LPs and 12-inch singles that I've gotten here. Some of these are going to be promo 12-inch singles that I got from Discogs, and some promo LPs, and some are some that I've gotten from local record stores here in the last, I don't know, couple 3 weeks, maybe a little bit more. I haven't done one of these in a while. I'm going to begin. I actually went to the record store today. I hope everyone's doing well. Sorry, it's been a heat wave here in the Midwest and Northwest Indiana where I live. I'd just been going to work and to the church. I work at a nonprofit that's affiliated with the church. They're close by, and back home during this heat wave. Hadn't been really going anywhere, but it was really nice today. Really nice, cool breeze out. So I decided to go to the record store here today, and so I'm going to begin by showing what I got today. I didn't. I intended on just going, hanging out for a little while, maybe buying a record or two, but I ended up with a few. I got three new albums and some used 12-inch singles. I'll start with that. Then I'll get to the Discog stuff, and then in the back of this pile, I'll probably do a two-parter on this. In the back of the pile is some stuff that I've gotten here in the last few weeks, 2-3 weeks or so, from the local record store. So beginning with what I got today, this just came out, Donny Hathaway. It's called Now Playing. It's on a translucent red vinyl. It's a greatest hits compilation that was just released on. Um, I'm not familiar with this label. It's got the Atlantic logo on there, so I'm not sure, but it's a greatest hits compilation. It was $23. It's got the Ghetto Part 1, Giving Up, A Song for You, Little Ghetto Boy, Jealous Guy Live, and then Where Is the Love? It looks like the 45 edit with Roberta Flack, and You've Got a Friend with Roberta Flack. Someday We'll All Be Free, I Love You More Than You'll Ever Know, and Love, Love, Love. Those last three are from his, man, I forgot the name of that album, just that Fast Extensions of a Man. I am a huge Donny Hathaway fan. I have pretty much all of his albums, with the exception of that 2013 reissue of Live at the West. Not a reissue, it's was issued for the first time, a live concert he did at the Bitter End in 2013, and I mean in 1970 or 71, and that was a few years ago. That album is really scarce, and if you can find it, it's over $100. So I just got that to kind of complete my Donny Hathaway collection. I do have all of those on various records, and I'm not a huge fan of greatest hits compilations, but I'm a huge Donny Hathaway fan, and it'll be a nice collection, I think, to listen to. And so the next two are jazz. Legendary Cannonball Adderley, Something Else. This is a reissue from a European reissue on Wax Time First came out around, I don't know, 2012, 2013. This is a classic album with Miles Davis, Hank Jones, Sam Jones, and the great Art Blakey. This album is phenomenal. I've never had this on vinyl. I have it on CD, and any of that early Blue Note stuff is super expensive. I've got a few original Blue Note pressings in my collection that I've had for a long time. Most of the stuff I've gotten here recently are reissues. This is another exception. I do like the Wax Time label, Wax Time Color, which is their reissues in color, and the Jazz reissue label, DOL. Those are two of the labels that I often reissue labels that I often buy for jazz. They're not the cream of the crop, if you will. I'm not an audiophile, but they tend to have really clean, good reissues that sound good, and oftentimes I buy these for this was $23. Oftentimes I get the Wax Time stuff for $23 to $27 new, and maybe the DOL stuff that much, a little bit more. But I really do like that reissue label. I'm really glad to get this album in my collection. The next one, stuff is falling over, is Cannonball Adderley with Bill Evans. Know What I Mean, another Wax Time reissue on black vinyl. The only thing I would say that I don't like about the Wax Time and the DOL jazz reissues is that they don't use the a replica of the original label. They just use their generic labels. But otherwise, it's good to me, good music at a very reasonable price. Those were all of the new records that I got. These were a couple of used records. Lonnie Jordan, War Presents Lonnie Jordan, Different Moods of Me from 1977, 78 on the MCA label, on that Rainbow label. I'm not really familiar. I've heard this name before. It was $10. When I do go to the record store, I try and get at least one record from an artist uh, or group that I maybe have never heard of, or just heard in passing and don't know much about. I didn't get a chance to listen to this. I'll probably throw this on the turntable tonight before I go to bed. It's listed on Discogs when I looked it up as soul, Latin, jazz. So, and if they were, I guess, War had something to do with this. If they produced it or something, it's probably going to have that Latin flavor, jazzy, funky, just like the band War. So I'm kind of curious to listen to this. I didn't get a chance to listen to it when I got home, but we're going to try to listen to it tonight. $10. We'll see if it was worth it. And then the rest are three more 12-inch singles that I got today. Gloria Estefan and the Miami Sound Machine, Anything for You. I am a fan of theirs, and this he had a $5 price tag. I actually saw it after I paid for the rest of the order. I told him, hey, I'll buy this, pay cash. He just threw it in, so grateful to get that. This isn't a promo copy; it's just a stock copy. But that is one of my favorite songs by Gloria Estefan. Then here, Billy Idol, Flesh for Fantasy. I want to say this came out in um, 83, 84. It's some of his earlier work. That's a stock 12-inch single with just a gold promo stamp. And then Moni Moni Live. This is from 1987. This is a promo copy on the Chrysalis label. Um, really grateful to get this. I've heard that online, and I do like that. It's got a live version. It's got the single edit of Moni Moni. I do like that song by him, so I was glad to get that. And now on to some of the LPs, which are primarily promo copies that I've gotten online in the last couple 3 weeks, beginning with Fred Wesley and the JB's Damn Right I Am Somebody. This is a promo copy on the People label, and I have this. Uh, it's not a white label. It's just got the promo copy type set on there. I do have a stock copy of this, but I was able to get this I think for $15 or something, and it's a cleaner copy than the one that I already had. So glad to get that. This isn't a promo copy, more jazz. Herbie Hancock, Maiden Voyage. This is a reissue from I want to say 2017. There was a guy on the Blue Note label. There is a guy a seller I found uh, on Discogs, and he was selling, according to the description, just stuff from his personal collection. Most of it he played it um, once or twice. Yeah, I don't think this was sealed. Um, yeah, he played it once or twice, and he was selling them $25, $30. I think I paid 25 for this. This is a Blue Note Classic Vinyl series. I have wanted. This was reissued a couple of years ago on a green vinyl. That's a little rich for my blood. That goes for a little bit more. I was able to get this, and so I was grateful for that. And I got two records from that seller. The Sidewinder, great Lee Morgan. This is another reissue from, I want to say this was a 2019, also Blue Note Classic Vinyl reissue. This was, I want to say maybe $27 in the shrink. And I think the ad said he only played it once or twice. And it was a really, both were super clean copies, so glad to get that in the collection. That was one that I had on. Both of those I only had on CD, and I did not have on vinyl, so I'm glad to get those. I've already posted a song for this. Johnny Little, The Loop. This is a promo copy on the Tuba label. For those who are not familiar, and this is a mono pressing. I have a stereo pressing of this. It's not in the best of condition. I've had it since the early 90s. For those who may not be familiar, this song, if you're from Chicago and you like Steppers music, what they call in Chicago, I don't live there anymore, dusty music. There was a DJ Herb Kent. Oh man, he passed away in his 80s a few years ago. He was on Chicago radio for something like 70 years. And actually, when he passed away, it was the last few years. He was just Saturday. He had a Saturday and a Sunday show. I think he did fill-in work. But starting in the early 90s, this song, "The Man," he used as his background music. So anytime he came from commercial, or when the song ended and the set was over and he was talking, the song "The Man" on here, he would play in the background. And so this song got super popular in Chicago. A lot of people trying to figure out what it was, who it was. And so I originally got this on an import CD, had this in song New and Groovy. And so Johnny Little, if you're not familiar with him, he plays drums and vibraphone. And so this song, the Man on this album, became really super popular. And so I wanted a mono pressing of it. It was a promo copy, and I think I got it for $15 or something. So it wasn't too bad. And then here's another Johnny Little, of Groove. This is on the Riverside label, another promo copy. This was originally issued in 62 or 63 with the title "The Village Caller," and that's the song on here that I really like. It was reissued around 68, I want to say, and renamed a word. But this was originally called "The Village Caller," and this is a really phenomenal record, including the title, I mean the former title track, Village Caller, and so um, I I had this on CD as the Village Caller. Was able to get this for I don't know $10 promo copy. I said yes, I'll take it. A little more jazz. George Benson in concert at Carnegie Hall with Hubert Laws. This is another promo copy on the CTI label. Anything I see on the CTI label, especially George Benson, artists like that, Hubert Laws, flautist, I don't know how to pronounce that. Those kinds of artists, uh, Stanley Turrentine, I always grab them. I was not familiar with this album. It did not disappoint. I've listened to it. It sounds phenomenal. So I was glad to get that. Now we're getting into promo 12-inch singles. I'll do a few more, and then we'll break it up into two parts. Here's the Commodore's Night Shift. I'm trying to avoid that glare so you can see the record. Sorry. This has a radio edit of Club Mix at 444, and then it has a Club Mix and a Dub Mix. And so this is one of my favorite songs, of course. This was the Commodore's tribute to the great Marvin Gaye. And so I just have the album. I've never had this on a 12-inch single. So I was glad to get that. Oh, I've been looking for this for a while. It's really super hard to find any smooth jazz of the 90s, 2000s on vinyl. I got this promo 12-inch for the great saxophonist Boney James, Sweet Thing. I believe this was the title track to a CD he released in 95, 96. This is a remake of the Rufus classic Sweet Thing. And then I Still Dream, another great track as the B-side. I was so glad to get this. I think I paid $7 or $8 for it. It was a great deal for a great record that I was glad to get. This is a upgraded copy for me from 2000. The great Al Johnson. Tranquility is the name of this song. This came out at that time. Al Johnson, if you're not familiar, he was a member of the group The Unifics. They were popular. Their one big hit was The Court of Love. I don't know, 67 maybe. They had another single, The Beginning of My End. That was a very sad song, but great song nonetheless. And then Al Johnson, he had one solo album, Back for More, title track with Gene Carn, absolute Steppers classic. For those in the Steppers music, great soulful R&B song. And so he did make a comeback in 2001-ish. Great Steppers tune called Tranquility. I had a channel years ago, like KA Cop 2. I have that on that channel. I don't have the login information for that channel anymore, so I haven't used it in years. But I'll probably upload this to my current channel now. If you're not familiar with this song, absolute smooth, and really the subject matter really even fits today. So I'll try and get that uh, up in the next few days. Then we'll do one more, and then we'll do a part two. Evelyn Champagne King, promo 12-inch. Betcha She Don't Love You. Great tune. This was 1983, I want to say. I don't have any glasses on. 82. It's 1983. I don't know why. Vocal on one side at 504. Instrumental on the B side. Great tune from Evelyn King. So I'm gonna stop there. I'm gonna come back with a part two. I still have a decent pile here to go through. So thanks again for watching. I'll be posting. I'll be doing a part two here next. So I want to encourage you to check that out. I do really enjoy sharing my collection with me. One of the reasons I do this, I watch videos like this on YouTube. Is oftentimes I can hear of artists or songs or records that albums rather that maybe I'm not familiar with or never heard of, and so when I see someone showing it online, almost always you can stream it, and so I'll go listen to it, and sometimes it's something that I like, and I can discover something new. I don't really care too much for the current music of today, but I have an appetite. A huge music fan. I have an appetite to just to hear new things, and so that's one of the way I'm able to hear new things, records that are 30, 40, 50 plus years old that I'm discovering on YouTube because someone shared their record with the world. And so I hope that I'm showing something that maybe you aren't familiar with, and you might enjoy it, and you might decide to add it to your own record collection one day. So thanks again for watching. I just encourage you all to continue to, one, stay hydrated in uh, this extreme heat. I think I saw a statistic the other day: 75% of the United States is experiencing heat wave like conditions. So, stay hydrated. This is just some ice water in here. Stay hydrated. Help take care of yourself, and I'll see you on the next go. Cheers.